Hydro Ottawa says it could be multiple more days without power for some residents as work now begins to fix the hundreds of fallen poles and wires. As of Tuesday morning, power had been restored to 106,000 customers, a number which is steadily growing as crews from other districts arrive in the capital to help. The damage in some areas is so severe, Hydro Ottawa says it's worse than the ice storm of 1998 or the tornadoes which touched down in the area in 2018.
Ice storm, well, we all have horrible nightmares, and remembering it was largely a rural eastern Ontario. The city itself was not spared, but it was relatively untouched. This, as the mayor said at the outset, there's not a single square inch of our service territory that has not been impacted adversely by this event.
When devastation strikes in the city, it brings out both the best and worst in people. The South Nepean Mosque is among many local facilities opening up their space for people to charge their phones and have access to the internet. On Tuesday evening, they hosted a barbecue for anyone in need of a hot meal. The city has also opened up a number of respite centers where people can grab a hot shower or coffee. Many of the locations also have large garbage bins available for those who need to get rid of food from their fridges and freezers. A number of schools in the capital stayed closed Tuesday because they had no power. For those which did reopen, all yellow bus service was cancelled as the city still encourages people to stay off the roads. Now, there is about a dozen or so hydro crews currently working here on Woodruff Avenue, and about a dozen or so more just went by. They are currently working around the clock to clean up the debris and to restore power, which Hydro Ottawa says could take 2 to 3 more days. Hydro Ottawa says crews from Toronto, Kingston, and New Brunswick are in the city to help restore the power grid, with more crews now arriving from the United States to help. A total of 38 hydro poles had to be replaced on Woodruff alone, with another 21 on Greenbank and 12 on Merville. It's more than they typically replace in a year, but now hydro crews have to do it in just days. Much of the debris has now been cleared up, work now underway to dig holes for the new poles. But even after the power is restored, some road closures might remain in place for weeks.
Today has been and will continue to be a big construction day as our crews work to restore as many customers as possible. Large-scale power outages are being restored first, followed by smaller ones, keeping safety as the #1 priority, of course. The situation is complex with extensive damage to infrastructure across the city, to both the provincial transmission system, our Hydro One supplier, and our local distribution system that belongs to us at Hydro Ottawa.
Now, signs of destruction from Saturday's storm can be found literally right across the city of Ottawa. I'm standing here within a residential neighborhood where, as you can tell from here behind me, this very large tree was completely uprooted from the ground and fell onto this neighborhood path. Also all around me are pieces of shingles and roofing which blew off of people's homes when the storm hit. Now, Ottawa Mayor Jim Watson says the cleanup from this storm will be lengthy and could potentially take weeks. He's urging residents to remain patient, saying the city's never seen something like this happen within its history. Charlie Seenak, UIN News, Ottawa.